Alright, today we're going to be using all of that knowledge that we gathered from all these previous videos and putting them together to work in this one big program.
Hey, Code Operative here, helping you reach further faster in the programming world. If this is our first time meeting, welcome to the channel. The Code Operative channel is for developers of any level. This is a resource that will help you be confident in your skills and solutions. If that sounds appealing to you, hit the subscribe button, the bell, and keep watching to build those programming muscles every day.
So let's get into making Hangman. So the first thing we're going to want to do is write out some stuff saying, hey, we need to accomplish these things with our program. So the first thing we want to do is set the string that we're trying to guess. We're going to print out a prompt to the user saying the string is X number of characters, and then we're going to ask the user if they want to guess a letter, guess the word, or quit. And then depending on what they pick, we're going to check whether or not they guessed a letter that exists in the word. We're going to check whether or not they guessed the word, and then we're going to say, hey, you're good, you did it, or no, you're wrong. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is set the string. So string mystery equals operative. So let's print out the string length. We'll say the Hangman word is mystery.length letters. Right? So now it should say the Hangman word is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is 9 letters. So now it's going to try and see. We want to ask the user if they want to guess a letter, guess the word, or quit. So let's just do that real quick. Press L to guess a letter. New line. Press W to guess the word. Another new line. Press Q to quit. Right. So we're going to try and define our variables at the top. So scanner input equals new scanner system in so and up here we'll say string, change this to input reader, and we'll have this input equal to nothing. Here we're going to set our input equal to the input reader dot next line So in this case, we're going to set it to uppercase, and we're only going to get the first character. And then we want this character to be a string. So now we have the letter that they typed in, and we want to check to see if they're trying to guess a letter, if they're trying to guess a word, or if they're trying to quit. So there's 3 cases there. It sounds like we need a switch statement. So we're going to put a switch statement based on input. And in the case of L, that means that they want to guess a letter. So if they want to guess a letter, we need to say, please type the letter and instead of doing a print line, we're going to do a print so that it's on the same line. It doesn't add a new line at the end. And then we'll do a new line afterwards. So please type the letter. And then we need to take in the letter. So we're going to say input equals this little ditty right here. And that's going to be our new character that we're going to check to see if it's inside of mystery. So we're going to say is up here. Mystery equals mystery to lowercase, not to uppercase. So we're already setting everything to uppercase. All right. So we have mystery dot to uppercase. So we want to see whether or not input is inside of mystery. What we can do is say mystery dot contains input. And we'll say if mystery dot contains input, then we need to figure out how many of those characters there are in mystery. So we'll say number of letters equals 0. And we'll say for int I equal to 0, I less than mystery dot length I plus plus. So we'll do a for loop in here where we loop over every character. And we're going to say if mystery dot substring I to I plus 1 So this is going to give you one character. And we're going to say equals input. So if this is true, then number of letters increments. And we're going to say there are number of letters and then input. Okay. So what that's going to say is there are 3 A's, right? So let's just go over how this works real quick. We have our switch case that checks input, and it says, hey, did the user type L? Okay, let's print, please type a letter. Oh, why did I put this on the same line? I need to move this. That was a mistake. That needs to go after this input. Please type a letter, and then the user is going to type a letter, and then we're going to convert it to uppercase and grab it and then return it as a string and stick it in this input. Now we're going to go on a new line and we're going to loop through mystery, which is our word that they're trying to guess. We're going to say, if mystery contains this input, then I need to figure out how many times it's in this string. So number of letters equals 0. So this is our counter for number of letters. And then we loop through. For I equals 0, I less than mystery length. So start at 0 and go until mystery.length. So mystery.length meaning, the length of this string. So in this case, it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the length should be 9. So it's going to loop through each character. Say they typed E, and they're going to say, is 0E? No. Is PE? No. Is EE? Yes. All right, let's increment number of letters by 1. Is RE? Is AE? Is TE? Is IE? Is VE? Is EE? Yes, let's increment number of letters by another 1. And then it's going to say, there are 2 E's. So if we run this, hopefully I didn't make any typos. Let's see. Parsing. Hangman word is 9 letters. Press L to guess a letter, press W to guess a word, press Q to quit. Well, we haven't done logic for W or Q, so let's try L. Please type a letter. P. There are 1 P's. So went through and counted the number of P's. In which this case it was 1. So if we run it again, and this time we do E's, there should be 2. There are 2 E's. Alright. So interesting, we're looping through, we're using some of the knowledge that we've had. we've gathered throughout these videos. But you'll notice a problem. This program quits every time we pick a letter. That's not the use that we want. What we want to happen is you do something, and then it prompts this again, and then you pick again, and so what we need to do is go here and wrap this whole thing in a do while loop. Do while playing. So what is playing? I don't know, I haven't defined it. So playing we're going to make this a boolean. So I guess I should put this up here. Boolean playing equals true, right? We're playing. So at what point would we not want to be playing? Well, first let's add a little break here so that we don't go on to the next case. But if the user presses Q, we want to say playing equals false. And then we'll say goodbye. Alright. So hopefully now this will play over and over. So if we say L and then we guess I, there are 1 I's. Press L to guess a letter, press W to guess the word. L. Are there any E's? 2 E's. Great. Q. Goodbye. And then the process quits. Alright, so we have the beginnings of a game here. We're checking the guessed letter. Now, we need to take care of the case where they press W. So if they press W, what do we want to happen? Well, in this case, we also need to add a break. So they press W. We want to say, please type the word. Instead of the word, I'm going to put your final guess. And we're going to say input equals input reader dot next line 2 uppercase actually it should just be next. So we're going to take the word, whatever word they type, and we're going to put it into input, and then let's just put in a new line here, and we're going to say now we have the word. Is the word equal to, let's make this to uppercase, is the word equal to our mystery word? So if input dot equals mystery, so if they're the same, then congratulations. Congratulations, you won. If it's not equal, so else, too bad. The word is mystery. Alright, so if, else. Too bad that we're, okay, and then we need to say, would you like to play again? And we'll just put YN here. Do another one of these. And we'll say if input equals n, say y. We'll say if it's y, then actually we'll just say playing equals input equals y. So if they write y, then playing is true. If they write anything else, playing is false. And we'll add a little break here. And we're going to move this goodbye outside of this while loop. So it will happen regardless. Alright. Let's check our Hangman handiwork. Alright. Let's guess a letter. T. There's one T's. Let's guess another letter. I'm gonna guess E. Ooh. We forgot to take care of something. So if it doesn't contain that letter, we need to give them a message. There are no input S. Alright. Didn't mean to debug. That shouldn't matter. So guess a letter. And we're gonna guess B. There are no B's. Let's guess another letter. O. There are one O's. Alright, I think I know the word. I think it is old. Too bad. The word is operative. Would you like to play again? Uh-oh, what did I mess up? String index out of range 0. Hangman main line 44. Please type your final guess. Please type your final guess. Put next. Oh, it's because this next didn't consume the new line. So I need to add a next line here. Because whenever you type something, you add a secret new line character at the end, and this next method only grabs up to the white space, and it leaves that white space. So this next line ate the white space, but then it was an empty string because it consumed the white space, because that's what next line does. So let's give it a try. We say, let's guess the word. Our final guess is old. Too bad. The word is operative. Operative. Would you like to play again? Yes. Is there a P? There's one P's. Alright, I know the word. It's operative. Congratulations, you won. Would you like to play again? No. I think I mastered this game. Alright, so we made Hangman. And this is just one of the many things you can do with the knowledge that we've built together so far. And we've got a long way to go. Alright, so now we've put all our skills together and built Hangman. Pretty good achievement. What's your next one? Let me know in the comments below.